Have you been stuck in the same loop over and over again, watching the video, come up with an idea, watching the video, come up with an idea, thinking about doing something, but never actually taking the step to do it? I'm Dom Jackson of Day by Day Media, and this is the 7-Day Scoop Show where I document the process of me building my agency, Day by Day Media. And if you are having issues trying to figure out what to do, I document the process of me building my agency, sharing my thoughts to help you. So if you're a creator, entrepreneur, and want to watch someone go through it, this is definitely a thing you want to tune into. Now, update, first week of May. Happy to be in a new month. One of the best things that I can do when I'm really in a good groove is that I can work for 4 hours straight on one topic. So whatever thing it's being done, it's 4-hour block of that thing, and I'm just working on that one thing. And that is like the maximum productivity, or I can do 5 or 6 hours, depending on what it is. And that's like the best place for me to be work-wise, can get everything through. But there's a lot of the days that I'm seeing, I'm like, oh, I'll do this for 90 minutes, then I'll, do something else for like 30 minutes, or I'll scroll my phone or something. So it ends up being like within a 4-hour block, I'm only working maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but the rest of the time is somewhere in la la land in the middle, or like I did something that was kind of productive, but not the thing I needed to do the most. The biggest gem that I was talking to Marcus this week, and we were breaking down just, summarizing our weeks, and, really thinking about my business and what I do right now, because right now it's mainly video editing services. I'm inside between doing cold outreaches, whether it be DMs or emails, most DMs right now because we're in the outbound saga, and video editing being my main component of what my business is, short form, long form video for people. I'm doing things that are usually by myself and inside, and I'm more of an extroverted person. Like, I'm more of a people person outside, talking to people, engaging is more my natural state. I feel a lot more normal. Like, even when if I stay in and work all day at home, I'm like, and I can't wait to go outside and do something that involves people. And even difference of how I feel when I'm with people all day versus being inside all day, it's like night and day. I have a whole different energy level of like how I am as a person. And really just knowing that, but then understanding that has been a big factor this week of like, oh, I need to adjust how I move or schedule my day differently so that I can have a people moment for this current stage of my business. Because I just work, either from home or I go to coffee shops. Coffee shops are usually a happy medium where like people are around me, I can see people. It's like a nice vibe, but I'm still like in my own world, which was good. But then I realized at the coffee shops, I'm kind of like looking around a little bit, or like see somebody walk in, trying to see what's up, just like. So when I'm locked in, but I'm like getting distracted. And the biggest lesson that I just really have to figure out for this week that I'm in the process of setting up is just really having a set downtime, because I work all the time, I'm so busy, but I'm not being like productive. And there's a level of productivity that I know I can get when I'm on my prime mode. Like when I come back from visiting my fam or doing something where like I had people time. And in summary, the biggest gem that I would say is just knowing what type of person you are and what you need, and then figuring out how to do it. The self-awareness thing is so huge. And even thinking more about myself versus me doing more alone work versus me doing more people work is a huge component. And really seeing how my energy levels and action levels is. So whatever your balance is of what you have to do, let you figure it out. Know what you need and take what you need. Now in the outbound saga right now, working on sending cold DMs to get new clients coming in, because I want to add it as an arm to my business. Plus there's a lot of skills that come with doing DMs as well, mainly on Instagram at the moment. The problem is, how do I get people to convert to the free offer? One thing, I got a lot of no's this week. You can see them right here. And the issue I was having is like, all right, cool. A lot of people are opening this week. A lot of people are talking to me. A lot more opportunities. But I realized two things. One, this is still a sale, even if it's for a free offer. And I'm just a cold person. So one, I need to have more of a rapport with them or have a better offer. Because right now I'm kind of like, hey, do you want to have an editor? You know what I mean? Or do you want to have a second editor? Like, I don't have an actual offer that I'm giving them value with. And initially I came in with that mindset, but my offer wasn't tailored for a set thing like, hey, I can help you do this, using the value equation, I use Hormozi's offer framework, using that process of like what each thing is, dream outcome, the value equation to give someone an actual offer that can be described and make sense to that person. It's like the next stage. I'm like, all right, cool. I can get some opens. I can get a conversation. I can talk to someone. But as far as getting them to actually convert into an offer, it's not working. So I'm getting a lot of no's now, which is good. Before I was like, oh, this sucks. It's not working. But now it's like, oh, well, I'm better. I'm getting no's. Before I was just getting nothing. I wasn't getting open before. Personalize one sentence with, are you editing your clips? Really works. Like people can pin their profiles on Instagram right now. People can pin their top 3 posts. And I just watch from the post, make some comment about it. And a good amount of people end up responding to that. I didn't structure my offer as much as before because I was so focused on trying to figure out how to do the outbound. I'm better at it now, but now I kind of got away from doing the offer. So now I have to make sure the offer is better because just giving 3 free edits, I was like, oh, cool, that's a good offer. But even then, I have to make sure the offer sounds better. Even to get the free thing takes a lot of work. So I'm definitely still playing with the idea of just making more stuff beforehand and just sending it to people, but I haven't started that process yet. Now for the Facebook group I've been DMing, there's been a couple of experiences being in there that I think will help you out a lot. I've still been using the same introduction, just, hey, we're in the same group. You're getting the results you want. And out of all the people that I've messaged, I checked and I've only gotten like 47 actual people I've interacted with. So I was like, why is this list not converting? I was like, oh shoot, I haven't messaged that many people. I haven't had that many interactions with people. Now within that time period, I've had one person take the offer, do the free offer, but he didn't like my skills. He said he liked the price point and the skills the guys he had already, so I didn't win that one. So I got his information, but I got the offer, but now I added it to my portfolio. But so I had one person take it. Then I had a second person who just made his own offer. So I sent him it for short. He's like, I don't need short form. And it sent me a whole thing for a YouTube video. And initially when I saw it, I just didn't take it. I was like, you're not getting this free stuff out of me. Thinking about it now, I probably should have taken it because I looked him up later and he had a whole channel. But I didn't take it initially because I was like, why are you acting like this? And how are you going to change the offer that I gave you? I gave you an offer. Either way, it could have been an ego thing where I just put the time into it. I had it for my portfolio, which was how I thought about it. But I didn't like the idea of someone just coming in and taking an offer that I didn't give them. Being as descriptive as possible in the free offer that you give someone is huge. Then I had another person, this is all from the same group, who I talked to. And he's like, yo, hop on a call with me real fast. And I talked to him on the phone. He gave me an opportunity to work with him on his team. We didn't go in detail of what it actually looks like going forward, but it was a phone call of something that just happened between talking to someone in the DM who's setting their own stuff up. So that was cool of just like different experiences that have happened just from the path that I'm taking. So the next problem on the content side goes along with doing these videos for the 7-day scoop. And it's just going back to how to frame these videos the best way possible. And one of the easiest ways, not easiest, but one of the best ways to really grow a YouTube channel is to have searchable content. So how to do blank, what to do blank, things that people actually would Google and have your video be the video that comes up. And figuring out what ways to take the 7-day scoop and make it a solution that someone would actually would Google. Looking up online on TubeBuddy and YouTube search engine, just seeing like, all right, what things are people searching for? And that's like a process I'm figuring out right now. And you'll see it more as I adjust with the show, but at least you'll know why the thought process was behind it. Business update. One of the next things is setting the goals for the month, new month coming up, what it looks like, what I'm trying to achieve, how much money did I make last month, how much money I want to make this month, and what that's going to take as far as action-wise. There's I have things tracked on a Google sheet, but I'm really going down and seeing what a direct action to get the direct result I want and have more data. For instance, like I have all the numbers of DMs that I've sent, but then like the actual conversion rates of like taking 100 DMs, how many responses, how many offers, how many take the offers, and really having that number down to a science. I don't have that yet. Then having my clients, how long a client stays for, what they usually purchase, how often is their purchasing time period, what's the average cost for that. Like I have ideas of those numbers, but I haven't been scientific about it. And I really need to be like, ching, 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 ching. In order to have it run properly, it has to run like a machine and be like, and I have to know everything at the back of my hand. And I'm at the point now where like, I didn't think I had enough volume of stuff to really know that, but better do it now when it's easier than be like, So that's like the next thing I'm really going into. Like I talked about before, going into more depth of, looking at the same thing a lot of times to get past that problem to find the next phase of it. Cause I find that no matter what, the more time you spend on it, the better you end up getting and the better situation that you're going to be. So find how to get that next situation. Another problem is, how do I do this daily vlog? I'm doing daily episodes of the shorts every day, and that's been a great process of just being in the process of making more shorts and figuring out how to adjust and angle each thing, because I'm making it each day fresh. I don't know if I'm doing that for the rest of the time period because it's taking a good amount of time. I like the editing every day of one, but it may not always be the best thing to do time-wise because it is a factor of my business, but it's not the biggest driver. But combining the search engine ability of looking for the videos, titles, and editing a video and having a video go out every day, I have a lot more data points to see what things work on YouTube Shorts for my profile and Instagram as well. And even what things people even are engaging with, like where the feedback is. And I'm getting better at editing as a whole because I'm like, all right, I think about a video every day. Who is someone before the video and who are they after the video is a big thing I try to think about. So I know who I tailor it for and who I want them, and the action tips I want them to take afterwards. And that has been a big change and evolution. The networking thing is another thing I have to work on. I talked about that last video. I haven't gone to an event this week, but I'll be going to one tomorrow. And the networking problem is basically very similar to the DM problem in the fact that you have to, 1, get their attention, 2, start a conversation with them, 3, give them a value, and 4, give them an offer. So dissecting what each part of that looks like, except in the DM, it's just like text based. And there it's like, how do you sound? What are you wearing? How much are you projecting? What's your voice sound like? What's your articulation like? There's a lot of things that go into it. What's your bodily charm like? What's your personality like? Are you funny, charming? There's a lot of things that go into that you may not think about. But as long as you know what your version is, you can rock that out. So that's like where it is right now. But there's a lot of parallels with a lot of my problems. It's just the same thing. It's just sales and marketing, and that's basically what I'm doing. So seeing where someone was before the interaction and where I want them to be after the interaction is like my new thought process with everything that I do, whether it be for myself or for a video or for a client or for a sales meeting or for someone watching my video. Drop a comment below if you've gotten any value from this, whatever you've learned. I try to make sure that these are as valuable as possible. I just try to dissect more of what's actually going on and give you more stuff on a platter of my thoughts and experiences. So if something helps you, definitely let me know. Drop that comment below. And you can watch an episode of 7 Day Scoop right here. And as always, take it one step at a time to get there, day by day.